Breaking news this morning, dramatic developments happening in Israel.
They attacked by air, land and sea, taking Israel by surprise during a major Jewish holiday.
The Israel-Hamas war stoking protests across the U.S. at various college campuses.
The militant group Hamas firing thousands of rockets into the country, smoke and flames seen rising from multiple sites that were hit.
My name is Dror. I was born in Israel in 1967, right after the Six-Day War. Obviously, I have a ton of family back in Israel, so I'm obviously going to be a pro-Israeli supporter in the discussion, but my goal is to just give my side of the story.
What was your first reaction to Hamas's recent attacks on Israel?
I'm not surprised. I've been saying it for months. As Israel was going through internal turmoil between themselves, I figured that's going to be an opening for somebody. Anytime you have fighting within yourself, the outside groups are always going to take advantage of that. And, Hamas being a terrorist group, not representative of the Islamic people, they're just, or at least the Palestinian people, they're always looking for opportunities. And the attack on Israel is shocking, but it's not surprising.
Has someone you know been directly affected by the conflict?
I do know a few people, actually, weird enough, in the United States that I've worked with, and it's their families and friends that have been murdered during that peaceful rally. So that was really sad to see here. And then obviously my family, I have a lot of younger nephews and cousins and stuff that are in the military right now. So that's always scary.
What do you believe the Israeli government should do?
Well, I think it's Israeli or any government in the world. Anytime you get attacked, it's regardless if it's government or your own home. If you get attacked, you're bound to respond and retaliate or at least protect your family. You're not going to sit there and just say, I'm not going to do anything and continue to let people continue to ravage and kill people.
Do you believe that the Western media portrays the conflict accurately?
I think it's always slighted its sides. I mean, horrific acts are going to be slighted toward the side of the people that got affected by that. So just like we just saw, with the festival, it's a peaceful festival, people getting murdered, slaughtered, killed and stuff. It's going to bring a lot more disturbing images than we're used to in today's world.
Do you think that any of the violence is justified?
No, I don't. If you can't talk things out as a normal human being and all you do is fight over things, it's always going to be like that. And it's going to be very, very unjust. There's no just for violence in terms of those things.
Was Israel's response to Hamas justified?
Yeah, you have to. Again, as I said, somebody who doesn't live or has never been to Israel is not going to understand it, because when people say Israel's the size of New Jersey, okay, so you think of the size of New Jersey. Now take Israel and divide it by half, because it's the northern half where 90% of the people live. That means you're now the size of Rhode Island. It's a pretty small area. So when somebody attacks you, if you just compare it to your own home, if you moved into a neighborhood and everybody disliked you and everybody attacked your house, you'd move out of there. But in Israel, there's no place for them to go. They're either leave the whole land and move to another country, or they're living with 9, 10 nations that don't like them and don't want them there. So it's kind of hard for somebody to understand that, but it's such a small area for somebody to attack you over your fence. What do you do? If your neighbor shoots at you, are you going to sit there and just look at him, or are you going to take your own gun and shoot him? Doesn't make it better, but that's what they have to do.
What's your ideal resolution to the conflict, like the one-state solution, two-state solution, or basically the abolishment of one of the territories?
Well, yeah, I think in some way you have to get rid of Gaza. It's kind of an odd situation that Gaza Strip, it's not in Egypt, it's above Egypt, it's in Israel, it's on the very tip of Israel, but it's inside Israel, where you've given them the Golan Heights, which is the part of the land that were taken over in 1967 after the war. You've given all that up. That should be their land. And now that's kind of their own entity, because you got that between that and Jordan and all these places, as opposed to having it in the middle of your country. You can't take a city, wherever you're from, if you just pick a city in New York City and say, okay, well, we're going to give you Manhattan, and that's going to be a country of its own. It's kind of hard to do that with inside New York. It's still New York. So it makes it very hard. So I think you have to keep it as a one country. I think you eliminate the Gaza Strip, move everybody to the Golan Heights, which is big enough and land that's abundance of land that they can actually live as people. You're packing 2 million people in a small area that's probably no bigger than about 30, 40 miles type of land. To put 2 million people is a ton of people.